So the Niners could have re-signed Arden Key and said instead they brought back Kerry Hyder. Similar contracts, I believe. Hyder, though, is an edge rusher. Key became a factor as an interior third down rusher. Do you think the Niners made the right decision?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Because Key, I think they paid him. I think Key got around 7, upwards of 7 if he hits his incentives. And Hyder,
7
I
million?
think
Oh, so we got way more than
way
Kerry Hyder.
more, right?
Oh, whoops.
And so, but even just looking player for player. So one thing that I thought, and I don't, listen, go get your money if you can get it. But I really genuinely thought that Key would come back pretty cheap, just because I thought he was looking at it saying, I'm very young still. I think with this team, opposite of Bosa, having Chris Kosirik and putting together another really good season, I can get the bag next offseason, right? But he didn't do that. Now, Hyder did not do anything in Seattle. Let's be clear about that. Did absolutely nothing. But when you compare the two, Hyder had 8.5 sacks 2 years ago with the 49ers and 32 pressures. Arden Key had 6.5 sacks and 19 pressures. Now, Hyder played a lot more, no doubt about that. But Hyder also didn't play opposite of Bosa. Remember, Bosa got injured and tore his ACL, what was it, week 2? And then Hyder was basically thrown into full-time starting position. So Arden Key had the benefit of Armstead inside and Bosa there at almost all times, to where Kerry Hyder did not. So I think Hyder also has proven it twice with Chris Kosirik. He did it once with Detroit, and he's done it with the 49ers. So he's a little bit older. But if we're comparing just 1-year contracts at the price that they got and the production in which I think Hyder can deliver, I think Hyder for sure. I would take over Arden Key for the 1 year. Now, if this was a 3-year deal, then no doubt Arden Key, way to go. But they both got 1-year deals. Both of them haven't produced outside of being with Kosirik. Yeah, give me the guy that I've seen produce twice and put up 8.5 sacks and 32 pressures without Bosa opposite of him.
That's a great point. Yeah, Arden Key has done absolutely nothing except for like 8 games on a D line. Yeah, let's see what he does in Jacksonville. Probably wouldn't be smart to give him $7 million, $8 million.
Right.
That being said, though, like Hyder's good depth. They have a ton of depth at defensive end. They don't have a real talented bookend opposite Bosa. Like Ebncomp should be a third rusher. So they could definitely justify spending a second or third round pick on an edge rusher, even with Hyder. And then they need an interior rusher to complement Eric Armstead on third down. Who's it going to be? Don't tell me.
Well, no. I mean, I think that's when you can throw. I mean, you have multiple guys. Amenahu's a big body.
You could put him in,
right? You put Amenahu in there. So Amenahu is probably the guy that you move in.
That makes sense. George says the reason why Jalen Ramsey had to pick Debo because Jalen got handled by Debo. You got to give that man respect. Debo's a menace. He's a mean man.
He is a menace. Debo's that deal. Man.
Did he get handled by him, or I mean, how many catches did Debo have?
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Debo touches the ball, and there's nothing you can do about it. So,
there really is.
Well, didn't he break off a big one?
That they didn't give him any screens in the last 13 minutes of the NFC Championship game. It's important to not give him at least a chance. Sure. Just like in Chicago, why throw a screen on 3rd and 20 to Debo? Just punt. Oh wait, they did throw a screen, and it saved their. Oh yeah, okay, all right, yeah, that's fine. All right.
I thought he went off against the. I thought the Rams.
Oh, the first game.
First one, he went off, and then even in the second one, he had a pretty good game.
Probably did.
He had like 200 all-purpose yards or something in the second one.